You know, the future of work doesn't start with flying cars or robot butlers. Nope. It starts with something way more familiar: paperwork. Today, we're going to take a journey that kicks off with a single, annoying document and ends with one of the biggest questions of our time. What happens when all the work runs out? Ugh, we all know this feeling, right? That endless mountain of paperwork, whether it's digital or physical, that just seems to slow everything down. It's a universal pain point. But what if I told you that this daily frustration is actually the first domino to fall in a chain reaction that's set to reshape our entire society? Because, you see, this isn't just about your personal to-do list. This is a massive, widespread business problem. It's the sand in the gears of productivity. And honestly, it's a problem that is perfectly ripe for a tech solution. I mean, just think about it. This is happening in every single industry. You've got finance buried in compliance reports. Healthcare is drowning in patient records. Construction projects get stalled waiting on approvals. Every single piece of paper is a potential bottleneck, a source of human error, and a barrier to the real, valuable work that actually needs to get done. So, how do you tackle a mountain of paper? Well, with technology, of course. This is the first ripple of change we're going to explore: document workflow automation. And yeah, it sounds a little techy, but the idea behind it is actually incredibly simple. So this isn't just about storing a file somewhere, it's about automating its entire journey. Think of it like a smart assistant, or maybe a GPS for your documents that routes a document to exactly the right person for the right task at exactly the right time, every single time. No more guesswork. And this journey has 5 key steps, and automation just supercharges every single one of them. You start with smart templates, so creation is flawless. Then, routing it for review becomes instant, not manual. Teams can all collaborate in one central place. Distribution is automatic, and finally, everything is securely archived, which makes compliance a breeze. Every single step is faster, smarter, and way more secure. Okay, and this is a really important distinction to get. Workflow automation is the active journey. It's the conveyor belt that's moving the document along. Document management, on the other hand, is the secure destination. It's the vault where the finished document gets stored. You really need both the journey and the destination to have a truly efficient system. But here's where it gets really interesting. These small efficiency gains, they don't just stay in the office. When thousands of businesses all start streamlining their paperwork, it adds up. It can fundamentally reshape an entire city's economy. And to see how, let's zoom out and take a look at the story of Indianapolis. This is really a tale of a city in 2 pictures. On one side, you have the machinery of its industrial past, and on the other, the Salesforce Tower, a huge symbol of its future as a tech hub. The shift from one to the other isn't just a change in the skyline, it's the dawn of a whole new economic era. But that kind of transformation, it comes at a cost. 16,000. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's how many manufacturing jobs just vanished from the area in a little over a decade. It's a really stark reminder that as new industries rise, old ones fall, and that has a massive human impact. But when you dig into the numbers, you see a fascinating challenge. See, Indianapolis is growing, but it's mostly from within. Its rivals, cities like Denver and Nashville, they're like talent magnets, pulling in skilled workers from all over the country. And this reveals Indy's core problem. In a tech-driven economy, you have to win the war for talent. So, how do you do it? Well, the city's answer is this comprehensive strategy called Accelerate Indy. They're not just crossing their fingers and hoping for the best. They are actively working to attract talent, to foster innovation, to build out the infrastructure like mass transit that skilled workers expect, and to completely reshape their national reputation. And this story of old jobs disappearing and this scramble for new skills, it's not just about Indianapolis, right? It's happening everywhere. Fueled by AI, automation is creating a fundamental shift in the entire job market, and we need to zoom out again to really see the full picture. And it's creating this really strange phenomenon people are calling the missing middle. Think about it like this. AI is getting incredibly good at routine, entry-level tasks. Things like basic coding, sifting through hundreds of resumes, or writing simple ad copy. So those junior roles are starting to shrink. But at the same time, there's a huge surge in demand for senior people who can design, manage, and strategize around these new AI systems. The traditional career ladder is kind of breaking. But okay, that's the big picture. What do employees themselves think about all this? A recent Stanford study asked that exact question, and it revealed this huge gap between the hype around AI and what people actually want it to do for them. Well, it turns out people just want AI to take over the boring parts of their jobs so they can focus on what actually matters. They want to be the pilot, not the passenger. And the study reveals a crucial economic shift. As AI takes over more of the analytical tasks, it's our uniquely human skills, communication, teamwork, emotional intelligence, that become way more valuable. Those are the skills that will command higher salaries in a more automated world. So, where does this all lead? We've connected paperwork to urban renewal, and urban renewal to the job market. If we follow this trend all the way to its ultimate conclusion, we face the biggest question of all. What does our society look like when automation can do, well, almost everything? Right now, there are two very different futures on the table.
You see this debate framed online all the time as Star Trek versus Elysium. In the Star Trek future, automation frees humanity from labor. With things like a universal basic income, people are free to pursue art, science, exploration, whatever fulfills them. But in the Elysium future, the wealthy use automation to build a paradise for themselves, while the rest of humanity is just left behind to struggle in a world without jobs or purpose.
So how do we get to that Star Trek future? Well, one theory, voiced by this Reddit user, suggests a pretty painful transition, that mass unemployment will create so much social unrest that it forces society to adopt systems like universal basic income. It's basically a path to utopia, but through chaos.
But then you get this other really smart take. Another user points out a fundamental flaw in that whole Elysium plan. If the wealthy automate every single job, who's left to buy their products? An economy without consumers just can't survive. It's a powerful irony. Chasing total automation could lead to total economic collapse for everyone. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? This isn't about stopping technology, it's about steering it. As this user points out so well, we can't just let tech run wild and hope for the best. We need a plan. We need a serious, society-wide conversation about the kind of future we actually want to build. And so we end right back where we began. We started with a single piece of paper, and we've ended up staring at the fate of our society. This whole journey, from paperwork to a potential post-work world, it just reveals one of the most profound choices we will ever face. The technology is just a tool. The future it builds, well, that's up to us.